What is going on, guys? This is Tony from TNA TV1 bringing you a GBA D-League round robin tournament battle. And that's a huge mouthful, so if you don't know what that means, please go check out our other video where we talk more about the GBA. And in that video we also talk about the D-League, how we got involved, what the format is, how it works, how Pokemon selection works, scheduling, all that good stuff. So if you want to learn more about the GBA or the D-League, please go watch that video. If you know about the D-League or just want to watch a great showdown battle, you're in the right place. So for this video, we are in the bottom left. We are the Miami Heatmore, and we brought a team kind of centered around Mega Venusaur and supporting that. So we have a lot of bulk on this team, and a couple of those Pokemon to look out for are the Rhyperior, who is fully physically defensive, and our Mew. And our Mew is our Jack-of-all-trades Pokemon, which you will see later on in this battle. So our opponent, TS Vector, he is our first opponent for the round robin. And he brought a team that isn't really too threatening to us, with the exception of Darmanitan and Terrakion, which are obviously huge hitters, and the Latias, depending on what set it is running. Now, we did bring a specially defensive Heatran to this battle, so we're thinking we can counter that Latias pretty well. Also, another note, just for the purposes of these battles, Adam is the one actually fighting. He's the one that fought these battles, but I'm the one narrating. And so it's easier for me just to say we as opposed to Adam. So that's what I'm going to do. However, there is one play that Adam makes that I didn't really approve of, and so I'm going to call him out for that one. So that's Adam's play, that's not us. So we'll see that one in a minute. Alright, let's go ahead and get this battle started. We decided to lead with our Rhyperior just to get our rocks up. We wanted to prevent the Darmanitan from being able to switch in and out at will. But he goes ahead and leads with Darmanitan, which we kind of figured he would. It's a common lead, and just U-turns out as we get our rocks up here. And he decides to go into Latias. So once Latias is in, we know our Rhyperior is fully physically defensive. We can't take a special hit. We're going to need to switch out. So we switch out into our Latias counter, or so we thought, which is Heatran. So this Heatran can't really do much offensively to a Latias, but most Latias don't carry moves to hit us with. But then he shows us Calm Mind, so we're a little bit worried. And then he reveals Surf, and so now we're really worried. Luckily, Adam went for a Toxic here, which was the good play. It puts a timer on the Latias. It can't stand forever. It can't get up to +6 and sweep us, which is great. Now, here's the play that Adam made. Emphasis on Adam. This is Adam's play. He protects. That's a terrible play. Should not have made that play. The only play he could make here was another Calm Mind, because he knows that we probably have nothing to hit him with offensively. The best we could have done was Roar, which we do not carry. So now Latias is at +2. We can't take a Surf, so we switch out. We go into Hariyama. Hariyama is our Assault Vest user. We can take a +2 Surf without a problem. Except he Psyshocks. And we die. So poor Hariyama, he really thought he was going to put in work this battle, but he just gets one-shotted. I'm sorry, Hariyama. Maybe next time. But not in vain. This does give us a free switch into our Crobat. And we figured he wouldn't want to take a lot of damage on his Latias this early in the game. We thought he'd switch out, so we just go for a U-turn here. And we are banded Crobat, so it does a lot of damage. So now we are able to go right into our Venusaur and get our Mega Evolution up, which is great because then we'll get Thick Fat for the Darmanitan. And we also wanted to go into Venusaur because we know Jolteons really don't carry much to touch Venusaur. So he makes the smart play and switches out with the Volt Switch. We go for Sludge Bomb because it's a safe play. If he goes into Empoleon, we're not really too worried. Anything else isn't really going to enjoy a Sludge Bomb. So he goes back out into Latias. And after the leftovers and toxic damage, we think another Sludge Bomb will kill. So we go for it again. But then he reveals the last move on his Latias to be Recover. And now we're thinking that we don't really want to be in here anymore because we really don't want to get into a Psyshock, Sludge Bomb, Recover, Synthesis, Stall War with this Latias, even though he has Toxic. We just don't want to take the damage. So we switch out and go into a Pokemon that was brought specifically to deal with Latias, which is our Mew. We know our Mew can take any hit from this Latias, even at +1. And we're just going to go for the move that we know will take out Latias from this range of HP, which is Knock Off. Now, I was really surprised that we outsped here. I didn't think we'd outspeed. We're not even max speed Mew. But he must have been running a funky set with... Maybe he was running no speed at all. I don't know. But it was great for us because that was less damage we had to take on our Mew. With Latias dead, he goes back out into Darmanitan. We don't want to stay in here. So we're just going to go right into our physically defensive wall, which is our Rhyperior. And he goes for Earthquake, which may have been a good prediction, but it does nothing. Because we are fully physically defensive, we're solid rock, Earthquake does nothing to us. And so here he really has to sacrifice something, because nothing on his team really wants to take an Earthquake from a Rhyperior. So he decides to sack Jolteon, which is probably the best play he could have made. Jolteon is really only going to threaten the Crobat, and even at that range of HP, I'm not sure how much of help it would have been to him. So I think he made the right play there in sacking it. So with Jolteon dead, that does give him a free switch into his Empoleon. And the Scald is so super duper obvious that we switch out into an Empoleon stopper for us, which is Mega Venusaur. But then he kind of surprises us a little bit here and goes for a substitute. We really did not expect that. And now this turn he goes for Agility, which really surprised us. We're just going to go for the safe Giga Drain here, which luckily breaks his sub. But now we figure out that he's probably the sub Pitaya Berry set. And for those of you that don't know, Pitaya Berry is the berry that raises your special attack. So at this point, all he is doing is just substituting down to the point where his berry will activate, giving him a special attack boost. So then he'll have plus times 1.5 special attack and times 2 speed. But we just want to stay in here. We want to Giga Drain. We don't want to risk switching out and letting him kill something while he's behind a substitute. It's not worth it. So we're just going to stay in the Giga Drain until he's dead. So that turn, he has to attack us. And he goes for the Flash Cannon, which does pretty good damage. And he gets the special defense drop, which is unfortunate for us. But luckily we are able to take him out with that Giga Drain. So that was kind of a threat avoided for us. So now he goes into Sylveon. And bringing in Sylveon here tells us that he has Psychic or Psyshock. That's the only reason you'd come in like that right here. So we go into what we thought was a Sylveon stopper in Heatran. And we eat up that Psyshock without a problem. And here we kind of predict a switch into Terrakion, or even Darmanitan, but really Terrakion. And we go for Earth Power. But he stays in and eats up that Earth Power and hits us with a Hidden Power Ground, which we do not take well at all. So we know that we outspeed, and we really just need to get damage off on this Sylveon because it doesn't even look like a defensive Sylveon at this point. So we just go for the Toxic. And getting damage off on that Sylveon is really good because it puts a timer on him as well. So there he makes a slight over-prediction and goes for the Psyshock thinking we'd switch out, but we don't as we go for the Toxic. But now we can switch out, and we can save our Heatran for later, and we go out into a Pokemon that we know can handle Sylveon, which is our Mew. And Mew can take that Hidden Power. It could have taken a Psyshock too. And we also carry a good coverage move on this Mew just for Sylveon, which is Iron Head. And from that range, we are able to take him out. It was probably an offensive Sylveon from that the spread and from the damage it took from that Iron Head, but we're glad we were able to take that one out. So with Sylveon dead, he has to go into his Darmanitan. And we go into Heatran kind of as fodder, but also just in case he wants to lock himself into Flare Blitz, we are Flash Fire, so we could take that. But he makes the smart play and goes for the Earthquake. But going for the Earthquake, this gives us a free switch right back out into our Rhyperior, who ate up that first Earthquake, so we can eat this one up too. So he stays in Earthquakes, which we eat up, no problem. And we're able to fire back an Earthquake of our own and take out that Darmanitan, which is great for us. So now after Leftovers recovery, we're at a range of HP where a Scarf Terrakion's close combat, it's about 50-50 whether we'll live or not. So we're just going to stay in here and see if we can take one and kill him with Earthquake. But he actually reveals the Sacred Sword, which we were very surprised about, but we take that just fine. And we're able to fire back an Earthquake and cleanly take out that Terrakion. And that is the game. So good game, TS Vector. If you guys don't know who TS Vector is, he has a great YouTube channel. He has Pokemon content. You should go check him out. I'll link him down below. But this was a great win for us. This was our first battle in the Round Robin Tournament, so that puts us at 1-0 with a +4 differential, which is great because differential in this tournament counts. So if at the end of your 3 battles, you and someone else in your group has the same record, whoever has the best differential goes through. So +4 is a great result for us. We were super pumped about it. Adam played the Pokemon great. I think we brought the best 6 we could have brought to take on TS Vector. So all in all, a great battle for us. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, please leave a like. Also think about subbing. We'll be bringing you guys more Pokemon content soon in the coming weeks. If you have any questions about any of the sets we ran, or any of the Pokemon we brought, or anything like that, shoot us a comment down below. I'd be happy to answer. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, peace.